Panya, it is me, your favorite cutest panda, Milaya Panya. And matching the fact that I am a panda, we are going to watch a video about pandas today by Casual Geographic. Yeah. See, the thing is, a while back, I have done a reaction before to someone ranking bears, and they put pandas into F tier. And I have been mad ever since. There's no f***ing way, okay? Pandas are f***ing amazing. We are amazing. I think the only reason people are so judgy towards pandas and say that, you know, nature should find and delete pandas, like this video title, I think it is only because nobody knows anything about pandas. You don't get your information. You don't do your research. And that's why you're just stereotyping. You're basically being racist towards pandas. Yeah. There we go. I've said it, okay? You're just all little haters. I think you're all just jealous because I'm fluffy and you're not. So, today we are going to watch Should We Let Nature Find and Delete Pandas by Casual Geographic, and I have brought my emotional support panda. Because if you didn't know, every single time I react to some kind of animal video, I have to have my emotional support plush with me. And today we are featuring this panda. And it's very important because what if actually Casual Geographic, who has a lot of knowledge about pandas, so I put a lot of hope into this video, okay? What if he says that actually pandas are bad? Pandas are stupid. Then I definitely need my emotional support plush, okay? It's very important, so I brought him with me today. And also don't look too close into his eyes. They're a little bit scary. He doesn't just look into your soul. No, he devours it. I think he was photographed with a ring light on. Oh man. But yeah, don't look too closely, okay? Just ignore the fact that he's a little scary, okay? He's a bit ferocious. He's already, you know, very ready to hurt people in case, you know, maybe mean things about pandas are being said. Also, I look like a total lost child having him on my arm here. Oh my goodness. Okay, Mom. I think I threw up. I give off those vibes right now, don't I? Also, by the way, if you did not know, I'm actually live on Twitch 3 times a week at 1 p.m. EST, Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday. Well, Saturday an hour earlier, but I always upload my weekly schedule to all of my socials. You can find them down below, including my Discord, where you can also recommend me videos to react to next. Simply join by using the links down below. And now, without further ado, let's get started! Let's get educated! Yeah! I need learning glasses. Where are my learning glasses? Haha! Now we're gonna study. I think actually I know most of these things, but maybe not. We'll see. And I think the answer to his question in the video title is no. Pandas are amazing, and you cannot change my mind.
Hey, Ron. Hey, Joey.
Are you coming up to chill? What's the
Oh my
plan,
goodness.
bro? Everything
no!
is awesome when you're a panda.
There are some animals whose entire existence proves that nature isn't about survival of the fittest. It's survival of just barely being good enough. If life was a class, it wouldn't be about passing with straight A's. It'd be about passing off your DNA
elephants.
before you become an F in the chat. And some
Hashtag cancel elephants. You may be a hater of pandas, but I'm a hater of elephants. Yeah, they're the stupid ones. They eat their own shit out of their own buttholes. I have a video about that. Well, I react to a video about that actually. Go check that out if you haven't. Also, this picture is beautiful, except for the elephants. Delete them.
it wouldn't be about passing with straight A's. It'd be about passing off your DNA before you become an F in the chat. And some animals are universally recognized as the remedial students of nature. Cheetahs are the red-headed stepchild of the cat world. Sloths are basically free calories served on a moss blade. And roasting koalas is considered low-hanging fruit only because they happen to share the same IQ. And also because they put the mid in chlamydia. And
Scary.
it seems that everyone can agree that pandas are egregiously bad at pandaing, and that we as a society need to stop being this biracial Winnie the Pooh's crutch and just let nature finish what it's clearly started. But are pandas really that bad? Did we successfully gaslight the barcode bears of the world? Or do pandas really profit off the most OP pretty privileged genjutsu nature's ever seen?
Look at him! How can he be stupid or bad at survival? He was able to climb this high up, okay? That takes a lot of skill. I couldn't do that. And I'm a panda, so I should be able to do that actually. listen, I'm a zoo panda, okay? That's a different breed. He can do that, and that's a panda, and therefore, yeah. Everyone should be able to do that. Every panda, duh. But also, if we fall down and we land on our back or on our head, we still make it. You know, I have never seen a human fall down that much, that far, land on their head or their back, and not be injured. Yeah, that's what you call survival of the fittest, okay? I can just fall the down from somewhere super high and survive it without even a fucking scratch. It may hurt a little bit, but psh, we don't talk about that one, okay? I survive it, and that's all that matters. That's called survival of the fittest. Yeah, because humans can't do it.
Ever seen. To find out, first we gotta lay out all the factors that make the Try to Panda challenge virtually impossible.
Yeah!
But before that, this video was sponsored by absolutely no one. Let's get it. You probably already know that the panda's biggest problem revolves around it being a bamboo sink. 99% of the things that meets this oversized equality hamster's gullet is bamboo. Despite clearly being designed with carnivore software, it's the koala problem of building your entire meal plan around something that gives you very little back. Which is
okay, here's the thing, right? Yes, we pandas are actually carnivores, but we are vegans, okay? Now, if humans aren't shamed for being vegan, I don't feel like pandas should be shamed for being vegan either, okay? It's a life choice, okay? And like, I'm also a panda, but I eat meat because I'm a little bit special. Yeah, I'm a special panda because I'm not vegan. But technically, all of us are not like born as a vegan, but we made the healthy choice because, you know, we care about the environment and animals. Well, I don't, but all the other pandas totally do. Yeah, and you should honestly be impressed by that, you know? Animals, pandas specifically, being, you know, just like humans, making proper choices. That's incredible. Oh my goodness. Pandas are so smart.
Which is why pandas can spend up to 16 hours a day eating something they can only digest 17% of. The very
Okay, maybe we can only digest 17% of it. However, it is still healthy, okay? 17% of healthy. I mean, if you're human, okay, you probably eat McDonald's and other fast food, and you can probably digest more than 17% of it because it's f***ing delicious. But vitamins are more in bamboo. And so, yeah, maybe it's only 17%. And maybe I really need to eat, like, a lot of it. However, it's totally by choice. And I think it's actually smart because we get our vitamins in. Yeah. Trust.
The definition of injustice is that when you Google sloth bear, this monochromatic try-hard vegan doesn't show up, since their diet of scarfing bamboo often leaves them with very little energy for anything else. So to accommodate this self-imposed energy budget, pandas developed relatively smaller-sized organs, including, you guessed it, their brains.
Okay, that's just being mean now. Okay, chill. That's called being mean. You don't have to point out that I have a small brain, okay? Everybody knows that my brain is small. That's just bullying. Oh, that's mean. But see, it's just because evolution, okay? So every animal needs to evolve, and the copium is hitting so hard right now. But while we have, you know, a very big bamboo diet, we can live off of that because we evolved and we made a healthy life choice. And now we are evolving, you know? That is what's gonna happen to vegan humans in the future too. Yes, you heard me right. You know, you're gonna have smaller livers and kidneys. And I mean, the human already gets smaller brain because TikTok. Okay, you have brain rot and therefore your brain is literally rotting and therefore you have small brain. Okay, so you can't judge me for that. And I may be special because I have both TikTok brain and the panda brain size. However, you shouldn't judge that, okay? Shut up! The copium, man. Oh, I need to inhale more of that shit. God, that's so mean. What do you mean we have smaller brains? I mean, yeah, duh, but at least we can use like more percentage of our brain, maybe, you know, because humans can only use like what 1% of their brain, but maybe pandas have smaller brain, but we can use like 5%, and then therefore we are actually smarter. It's not about the size, people. It's about the way you use it. Yeah, exactly. And that applies to brains too.
Something else, but we'll get to that. But yeah, being a bimbo for bamboo might have literally nerfed their intelligence in the process. And some of you may have asked yourselves why the breathing bamboo purses don't just hibernate, since hibernation is basically power save mode for animals, and if anyone needs to save energy, it's pandas. Well, one, bears technically aren't even true hibernators. But two, even if they were, eating like the vegan teacher's lapdog means pandas are physically incapable of putting on the fat reserves required to hibernate for months at a time without also getting perma-slept to starvation. But honestly, the problems with their diet have low-key been overblown. If being a bamboo junkie was their only issue, they wouldn't be as chronically down bad. At their core, animals have two main goals: food, and another F word my mom doesn't like me saying. We see how they handle their meal prep, but it's their love life that really screws pandas over. Pandas are absurdly bad at making more pandas. Off rip, their window to reproduce isn't even really a window, it's more like a hairline crack in the windshield. Female pandas ovulate 1 to 3 days out of the entire year. That's only 24 to 70.
Okay, wait, that's really not that much. But we do reproduce, okay? We are reproducing. And you know what? This planet is already so overpopulated, so we don't actually need to reproduce that much. You know, also, I think that's wrong, by the way. As far as I know, this only happens when we are in zoos. As soon as we, you know, have freedom and no one's watching us, we do have a lot of dirty tango time. But only if nobody watches us. I mean, I wouldn't know because I'm a zoo panda. I'm pretty sure about that. Please let me be right. Please. I mean, I'm sure he's gonna say it.
22 hours are open for business out of a possible 8,760. And since being bent on bamboo means they eat, sleep, and socialize like a stereotypical Reddit user, finding a possible partner is often equally as difficult for them. Even if he does manage to track a female down, he still has a high risk of fumbling the opportunity because males are apparently illiterate at reading signs.
Okay, but that's like a general thing, okay? That's not just for pandas. I have you know, that is for every species, okay? Men are just not able to read the signs that females give because females give, you know, very small little hints only. And, you know, it's not a panda issue, it is a men issue, okay? It has nothing to do with pandas. That's general issue, okay? Stop being mean about pandas. That's really rude. Man, I shouldn't have watched this video. Right, little panda plush? Yeah, he's just being mean.
Male pandas often struggle to interpret the signs that a female actually wants to mate. Word. And when you only have hours on the clock, mistakes like that ensure that the only thing getting screwed is the future of your progeny.
Okay, I have to be honest. She is pretty down bad right now. She's just putting her entire vagina in his face. I mean, missing that sign that's rough, buddy. Okay, maybe he has a point. Maybe pandas, male pandas. I'm a female. I think. I haven't looked down there in a while. If you missed that sign, yeah, that's kind of dumb. I'm not gonna lie.
And even if the female's 100% with it, it's still not a for sure thing. Partly because male pandas struggle through the process of procreation in a way that is almost impressive, but also partly due to the panda's reportedly disproportionately tiny penis.
Oh. Did he just say male pandas have tiny pee-pee? Oh no! He's just roasting us. What the f? That's so mean. No wonder I don't know if I'm male or female. It's so tiny, I don't know. Pee-pee too small. I'm thinking I'm a woman. Oh my. Oh, that is so mean. That is so rude. Oh. Actually, that's not funny. But I don't know. Like I said earlier, it's not about the size. It's about usage. Which, yeah, apparently also, yeah, okay. Well, let's just blame the male panda, okay? Female panda superior. Male panda maybe not so much. Oh, he's just roasting us.
Which is why panda coitus is a lot like trying to get a 1/4-inch USB into a port blind, while also wearing a 200-pound fat suit. Oh, and try without using thumbs. Nature did this obese oppression raccoon 0 favors. Their mating habits are a big reason why the double-stuffed Ursus Oreos are where they're at. Pandas in breeding programs in captivity often show so little interest in their literal only job that researchers have resorted to showing them videos of pandas mating. Apart from pulling videos from Panda Hub research.
Oh yeah! That's like my favorite panda fact. It's so funny. imagine you have to show panda porn in order to make them, think about the fact that maybe they should also reproduce. But see, here's the thing, okay? Because yes, reproduction is like their only job. However, that is also like one of the 7 sins, right? It's called lust. And a good Christian panda would never ever like do what the Satan wants him to do. And yeah, maybe he therefore doesn't very often in his life. But that just means that he will go to heaven. Also, watching porn is a big sin. Yeah. No. I would never do that. Never. And I will go to heaven, just like all the other pandas. And you little zookeepers there in the zoo, yeah, showing us porn, you will go to hell because we are very Christian by nature. And you're not. No, you're lusting. Yeah, you're a devil's advocate. And us pandas will go to heaven. Yeah. I'm not coping. This is not copium. No, absolutely not. I'm very Christian. Here, look at my Bible. Editor, insert Bible right here. Good Christian panda, okay? Yes.
Researchers have also resorted to giving them actual Viagra. Although you'd need a magnifying glass to see if it's working, because again, the P in panda does not stand for packing.
Bro, stop telling us so f***ing often that panda pee-pee is small. It's not about the size. Also, I personally think it's pretty average size. Not that I would have ever seen one, but I'm pretty sure it's like actually quite big, okay? Yes, it's like ginormous actually. You just don't know that. Because you're a hater. Yeah.
And even though most pandas rely on the grace of God as a wingman, somehow the jihad of life doesn't end once they add new names to the roster. Pandas are some of the worst parents on the planet. You've probably heard that if a panda has twins, one of them is a guaranteed loss since the mother panda will abandon half her litter and leave that one twin to die. Which is even worse when you consider that grizzly bears will allegedly disown their cubs, but
okay, I just wanna mention that my mama gave birth to twins and she kept both of them, okay? There. It is possible, okay? And you have to think about the fact that survival of the fittest. And if you can't deal with 2 babies, then sometimes you have to choose the best one, because I mean, you're gonna choose a favorite anyway, so might as well choose that on birth and then kill the other one, or just let it there to die, because that's called survival of the fittest. And again, my mama chose to keep both of them. Just saying. Yeah. I'm neither one of them. Those are my siblings, but they are both very much alive and thriving. Yeah. See. Yeah, gotcha.
They only do it when there's one, since they'd rather start over with 2 to 4 cubs than put all their hopes and stock in one. The chosen panda cub doesn't get off scot-free either, since the yin-yang colored chonk bears of China have the highest mother-to-baby size ratio of
Okay, I have to say one thing though. Baby pandas are so f***ing ugly. They look like little rats. Look at that. What is that? It's a f***ing rat. But it has like panda colors, but it's a f***ing rat. Also, why is the tail so long? I don't have such a long tail. Could it be that the tail is like full grown when you get birthed, and after getting birthed your tail never grows but everything else grows, and that's why the tail is still very tiny when you're adult panda? Could that be? I don't know, but this is definitely very hairy naked red. And it's not cute. Also, why is it so tiny? I think that's so funny. You have this huge ass fucking panda and it gives birth to this small little freaking naked rat thing that is so tiny. Like, if you lose sight of it and you accidentally step on it, it's dead. It's smushed, That's quite terrifying, actually, and really funny.
Size ratio of any mammal. To put it in perspective, humans are typically 20 times bigger than their babies. Mother African elephants are typically 45 times heavier. A mama panda is approximately 900 times the size.
She stepped on it! She stepped on it! Look at that! Oh my goodness.
Size of her newborn baby. And since they don't have pouches like marsupials, that puts the panda at a legitimate risk of being turned into a chalk outline by its own oblivious mother. Just
see, I told you. It's really terrifying, but also kind of funny, because what the f did evolution think about that? I don't think evolution thought at all. Mother Nature did not think about it. It was just like, yeah, just here. There you go. That's it. Yeah. Zero thought process behind this. No.
another way nature set this glorified cow gerbil up for failure. And it's not even like domestication is an option. A good reason is cause, despite what the black and white bane of bamboo might tell you, it's still a bear, and a bear is a bear is a bear. And the black sheep of the bear brotherhood is still liable to absolutely fold any human. Especially since the one plus of constantly crushing bamboo is a bite force comparable to big cats like lions.
Wow. Look at that. Panda bears are as strong at eating bamboo as a lion eating meat. Also this one, oh, look at this, what he's writing there. By the way, that's a deer carcass he's eating. It's not always bamboo. Exactly. It's not always bamboo. I also eat a lot of other things than bamboo. I actually happen to like eating bamboo. It's very crunchy. It's very delicious. It has lots of vitamin. But sometimes eating a dead carcass can do it too, you know, especially if you barbecue it. Actually, that's a lie. I don't like barbecue. I don't really like the smell of burning meat. But you can put it into the air fryer or the oven or the pan and then like get it very delicious, and then you can eat it too. And as a panda, some of us do that. So, you know, it's not always bamboo, so don't get it twisted. I feel like it's such a stereotype that all of us are vegans. Not all of us are vegans, okay?
In case you thought this plus-size Oreo was sweet, one man nearly lost his whole leg after a giant panda
Oh my god. Oh, I don't want to look at
wandered
that.
onto his land and crushed his leg like celery. Then there's the fact that a high
Crush it like celery, that's crazy. But see, pandas are very strong. Strong, ferocious. You guys are just stereotyping us.
volume, low efficient diet means the one-man bamboo processing plant known as the panda can poop a healthy 40 times a day. And of course, living in the chilly, mountainous forests of
I just want to point out, I do not poop 40 times a day, okay? I'm a female, I think. I would not because PP too small. But I do not poop at all, okay? Yeah, because I'm a female. I don't even know what that is. Pooping is disgusting. Only men do that. Shame. Shame. Disgusting. Huh?
forests of Asia, pandas figured out that they can stay warm by rolling around and covering themselves in fresh manure. So if you want to add a biting, eating, pooping, sewer-smelling dependent to your family, like I always say,
I know that I stopped this a lot, but I just have to point out that I actually shower and I do not smell like poop. What other pandas do is none of my business. I have to kind of admit by now that, no, actually I don't admit to anything. Panda are still fucking superior.
you're better off having children. Because there are no tax credits for providing for pandas. In fact,
What do you mean better off having children? Because here's the thing. Children shit themselves too. At least panda know how to go to the fucking bathroom. Maybe we roll into it afterwards, but that's on purpose.
it costs millions of dollars just to keep alive. But mostly that's because giant pandas are leased by the Chinese government at approximately a fat million a year. And if one of those pandas gets knocked up, that'll set you back a cub tax of about 400,000. Which is why, currently, only 3 zoos in the US have a biracial bamboo-munching beanbag of a bear on display. One of those zoos used to be San Diego. I say used to because one of the consequences of renting pandas is that gives China the ammunition to be petty. I'm not a political channel, I'll never be a political channel. I'm not implying any type of affiliation or bias, I'm just listing 2 things that happened. In 2019, Trump may or may not have fueled a trade war against China. And come May 2019, a mother panda and her son were recalled and sent back to China. Now you could argue the trade war had nothing to do with it and this was just the natural end of a panda loan. But 10 years earlier in 2009, Taishan the panda was deported not long after Obama met with the Dalai Lama. The Dalai Lama is, as far as China is concerned, an op. So my working theory is China uses pandas for diplomacy, but also as a vehicle.
Like they're feeding me. Sorry. I teleport over here again. I'm like, oh my goodness, I want apples too. Give me apple. I don't even like apples. Sorry. But I have to say, yeah, I mean, you know, if you own an animal that is literally owned by a country, then politics always play a role, if you want to or not. It's simply the way that things work.
Of petty punishment. That's not really the panda's fault, but at this point we might as well hold it against them too. We didn't even mention the fact that pandas aren't even really pandas. When zoologist Frédéric Cuvier first used the word panda in 1825, he was describing the red-headed raccoon we call the red panda. The furry orca known as the giant panda wasn't named until much later, and it only got its name because at the time they thought it had a lot in common with the red panda. Turns out, they're not even close to being related, meaning this overgrown zebra yogi isn't even the original panda. And the fact that its monochrome mugshot shows up first when you type panda and not live action
This one is cute though. I like the red panda. It's so cute. Look at the little eyes. But don't worry, guys, I'm so superior. They made a mistake naming this thing a panda because it's called a red panda and therefore it's not a panda. Sure, you could say that, okay, Panya, but you call it a giant panda. But you know what? Giant means big, and big is superior. And that means that I am the better panda. Because they named him first, and then they were like, oh, look at this one. This would be such a better panda. And then they named me Panda too. Okay? Don't listen to the story that he just told you. Listen to the story that I told you. Okay? The copium story. It's the better one.
Seafood is one of the biggest injustices of nature. This is the OG panda, but the newspaper-flavored clout-guzzling frauds took up just enough space to convince the world otherwise. So obviously pandas have their problems, and you can argue that their best trait is being a luck merchant. There is no other animal that gets carried harder by pretty privilege than the endgame of a sloth bear raccoon orgy. And they're the only creature on Earth with black and white privilege. Because the reason giant pandas are the mascot of the World Wildlife Fund is literally because having a mascot with the same color patterns as 1940s TV saves you a lot of money on ink. Yo, that sounds like a—
And it doesn't only save you a lot of money on ink, but also it's like pandas can't be racist. Except against red pandas. I guess that would work. But you know, you're black and white. So yeah, that's like literally solving racism.
Yo, that sounds like a joke, but I'm not even kidding. If pandas were black and yellow or black and brown, they might not have gotten the job. But that aside, consensus is that pandas are so bad at pandaing that we should just let the flex of China fade into oblivion the way nature intended. But is that really true, or have we just been doing giant pandas incredibly dirty this entire time?
Yes, yeah, okay, I think now he covers the stuff. Because exactly, he was very mean about pandas and he bullied them a lot. And I know that everybody here who's still watching, you think like, see Panya, pandas f***ing suck. You should go beep yourself. But you know what? You're wrong. And he's gonna explain you why. Because I know that you're not gonna listen to a panda saying this or to a woman saying this. Just kidding. I feel like everybody feels so triggered now. But don't worry. You can feel triggered now because you were wrong. And now education time starts. And bullying will stop. Stereotyping will stop. And you will love me because I'm the superior bear, okay? Now, incoming facts you didn't know about pandas.
The thing to mention is that they're a specialist species, with that specialty being in binging bamboo. Being a specialist rather than a generalist means you can typically tap into a niche nobody else can. But that means they can adapt to changes in their environment, and that also means that there are only a couple things going wrong away from getting evicted from reality. Having a very particular set of skills might be great if you're Liam Neeson, but it can severely handicap you as a species. And the funny thing is, for all the crap pandas get, the biggest and arguably most intimidating land predator on the planet is a specialist. Polar bears depend almost entirely on sea ice to hunt, and if that goes away, then it's bye-bye ice bear. But for some reason, we don't on the polar bear nearly as much for being dependent on ice as we lampoon pandas for their life choices. Especially since it's habitat destruction and fragmentation that really had giant pandas down bad. You see, it's believed the panda bear once had more variety in his diet and was more omnivorous. But likely because there was just so much bamboo everywhere and virtually zero competition for it, eventually they shifted into primarily eating bamboo. It also turns out that the bamboo they eat is high in protein but low in carbs. So despite seeming like that one person that would bring a veggie burger to a cookout, weirdly enough, the giant panda's protein intake is actually close to that of wolves. They're also particular about the part of bamboo they like to eat and when. According to studies on radio-collared pandas, in the summer and spring they prefer to eat the protein-packed shoots found at higher altitudes. But during—
That means, actually, buff panda, okay? Buff panda is real. We eat so fucking much protein. Did you know it's not just vitamins, there's fucking protein in bamboo? And I did not know that, actually. There, I learned a new fact. I like that. Because it makes sense. I, myself, am a panda. And I also have a daily intake of 100 to 150 grams of protein because everything I eat is high in protein. Yeah, I don't eat only bamboo, but I also do eat bamboo, okay? I just want to put that out there. Yeah, see? It's real, and I'm a real panda because I also have high protein intake. I'm also strong. Actually, I'm not. I have noodle arms, but that's besides the point. You should be scared. Buff panda is real.
During autumn and winter, they migrate down into the valley and shift more towards eating bamboo leaves, which are high in vitamin C, along with roots. And they just move from high to low to high again, year in and year out. Something that's clearly worked for them since they've been just fine like this for thousands of years. So much so that the umami taste receptor, i.e. the one that lets you experience the savory taste of meat, theirs got turned off. And they even evolved a false thumb for no other reason than to help them hold bamboo. So clearly pandas had a process that worked. The problem is when you fragment the habitat they spent thousands of years in and separate them from the food, the result is less pandas. We love to say pandas are bad at life, but by receding their habitat like a middle-aged hairline, we haven't made living any easier. Also, the whole point I made about pandas being bad at making whoopee, turns out that might just be propaganda, because in a twist, the giant panda's reproductive rate really isn't that much worse than that of American black bears. And black bears, they're doing just fine. In fact, everything I said about pandas having negative riz really only applies to those in captivity. In the wild, female pandas do have a small window for baby making, but that's often after a selection process that involves at least 2 males running fades for her honor. In a process that can last up to and over a week. And we now believe that this process might just be what stimulates ovulation. You can't really replicate that in a zoo, and between that and a constant flow of people, that's probably the biggest reason why pandas in captivity become celibate. Like,
see, pandas do dance a dirty tango like all the time, so much. It is just you humans put us in a cage and then we just can't do it anymore. It's like, how would you feel if people were just to stare at you through glass and then want you to yeah, what is this? Not everybody is born to be a porn star, okay? It's rough out there. Have you ever been held captive in a zoo? Because I'm a zoo bender, so I have been. And it's rough, okay? No one's chasing me. There are not 2 men competing for me in the wilderness of bamboo forests where no one is watching. The only way I can experience that is in a fan fiction, okay? It's hard. It's very hard, okay? And then all you do to fix it is show me porn. No, you're not even showing me porn, unless I'm a man, then maybe. You show porn only to the males, and that is rude. Yeah. How dare you? And then you make fun of it. That's actually really rude. We are much closer in reproduction to black bears, like he said, or brown bears. I forgot which bear he said, but whatever, they're fine. And that means, well, pandas also are fine. But zoos are destroying us, okay? That's the only reason.
Like, be real, if you were forced into an arranged marriage and had to have an audience watch you consummate it, you'd be a little awkward too. There is no bigger indictment than the fact that a zoo in Hong Kong had been trying to hook up 2 pandas for the better part of 10 years. And it wasn't until a certain beer virus of 2020 shut down the zoo to the public that the 2 bears finally got it on. Roommates for 10 years, and all it took was a couple months of privacy for them to fornicate. But even with all the slander, pandas are actually in pretty good shape. And that is a problem. With about 2,000 pandas alive today, pandas were recently demoted off the endangered species list. Yet giant pandas still finesse a bulk of conservation efforts simply because they're cute. Think about it for a second. Pandas have big eyes, big foreheads, and chonk physique. If they didn't remind us of babies, we wouldn't be this invested in their future. There's like 400 blobfish left in the entire world, and you probably didn't know that because, real talk, nobody's buying their child a plushie that looks like a deflated sunfish fetus.
Okay, I feel like blobfish is kind of cute though. Also, if you put it back in the water, then it looks cute. It's just deflated because it's not underwater and not under high pressure, okay? It's like made in abyss, okay? And if you go up a whole staircase and made an abyss, then you will look like a blobfish too. Actually, you will look worse. And that's basically literally what's happening to blobfish. So stop hating on blobfish, okay? Hashtag stop canceling blobfish. Hashtag blobfish very kawaii, okay? I think they're cute, man.
Not to mention the animals that could legitimately destroy entire ecosystems if they go ghost, like bees or certain types of plants. They become an afterthought because, yeah, pretty gets priority. It's like that one gym teacher that ignores actually struggling students to help the attractive girls in class that don't need or ask for it. That's right.
I am pretty privileged because I'm a cute, chunky panda. That is true, yeah. Pretty privileged.
Pandas are hot girls. Side note, why does it always seem like the gym teacher's on felonious timing? Pandas aren't perfect, they're miles away from it, but at the end of the day, we've done far more to them than for them. But that's gonna do it for this video. Be sure to check out my book for 100 animals that can absolutely fold you like a lawn chair, link in description. Drink water, you need that stuff. Hug your mother, tell Pops you appreciate him. Matter of fact, might have to make a Father's Day video in the name of equality. But until then, I'ma see y'all in the next one. Now for y'all that watched till the end, here's some panda ASMR.
Ah, that was good. Good munchy ASMR. Thank you so much for the video. That was so cool. See, the only reason pandas are a little bit bullyable and maybe not the best animal and not the best bear is only because you humans, first you put us in cages and then we have to live with that and then we're not doing so well and then you make fun of us. Yeah, see? In the wild, we're strong. I've said this before in the other reaction I did to the ranking of bears, because at the end of the day, the only panda that you can really be judgy about and bully and have such stereotypical haha things about is a domesticated panda in a zoo. But literally, you done harm to it, and now it has not that many means of survival anymore. And then you say, haha, small brain, small PP, haha. And that's really hurtful, because I'm a zoo panda myself, and I think that is very hurtful. That is very hurtful. Pandas for the win. And now we know. Now you know. And I know that actually, yes, pandas eat a lot of protein. Do you guys think that gym bros should eat more bamboo? I wonder if gym bros know that instead of just eating chicken and rice, you could literally just eat like bamboo. So if you guys now a gym bro, or you are a gym bro yourself, go munch on some bamboo for protein. Yeah. Go import the good stuff from China and then munch on that. Chicken and rice. Bamboo. Yeah. Oh yeah, I enjoyed this very much though. I know I've been stopping a lot, been teleporting left and right. But that's because he's caping to teleport, and I want him to be shown as well when he talks and not just cover him up. So I hope you guys didn't mind that very much, me being teleported left and right, whoosh, 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 whoosh. And I hope you enjoyed me yapping a lot, because the copium hit really hard in the first half, okay? I was so sure for a second there that he is actually hating pandas, and then maybe actually he's gonna tell everybody that pandas suck. But he didn't. Well, he did say that at the beginning, and he bullied me for having a small peepee, which is rude. So I had a lot of copium, okay? You would too. Oh well, I hope you enjoyed it. Go check out Casual Geographic. And if you like this video, and if you like me, perhaps, because I'm a cute chunkers panda and I get pretty privileged, and that means you all are going to subscribe, like this video, and comment down below how much you love panda. And don't you dare make a small PP joke, okay? I will hunt you the down. And you know how big of a bite power I have. You said in the video, I forgot the number, but it's the same as a tiger, so fear me and don't make PP jokes. Or small brain jokes, okay? That's really, really hurtful. Even if it's true. And sorry. Sorry. And I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.